Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot, your monthly horoscope for February 2019, and this is for you coming from Scorpio. And before I start, I'd like to give you my email address, as many are asking for it. My email address is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO9, the number 9, at gmail.com. andyhoro9@gmail.com. Now, this is for you coming from Scorpio, and the first card that I'm going to pull has got to do with the first 15 days of February. And I'm going to tackle for you the area of your job. And it's a very good card. So in the first 15 days of February, more money, a better position, improvement of status, and doing well in your job will be seen for you. So give it your all, impress your bosses, work well with your teammates, and you will definitely see progress of some kind. So that's a good card for you. Now I'm going to pull a card to talk about your business. So let's see what the business card says. Well, it's a card that promotes partnerships. So partnerships are going to be very good and very friendly. And look for new partnerships. Your ongoing partnerships in business will do well. There can be new partnerships formed. So the word partnerships is very much alive for you in the first 15 days of February. Overall, this is a good card. It produces progress, and it produces sudden and unexpected good opportunities in business. So it's interesting for you. Now I'm going to talk to you about your romance. So let me pull a card for you regarding your romance for the first 15 days of February. Not a great card, but it's good enough. It says, if you find a new romance, it's going to be an interestingly favorable one, but you're going to also be ready for some unexpected arrogance from this person. And there may be something of a secretive nature you may want to find out. So a new romance, a little bit tricky, be careful. Ongoing romance, let's see what the card says. This is a much better card for ongoing romance. It's a card of Venus. So it says your ongoing romance is going to be pretty nice and favorable for you, producing plenty of harmony and progress. So you're going to get more serious in your romance area and start to talk and plan into a long-term togetherness. So short-term, new romance, watch out, be careful. Long-term seems to be more steady for you. Now I'm going to talk to you about your marriage and see what the card says. Well, it's a card that says that expectancies are going to find disappointment. I don't like to see these black moons on the card. So there is some depression, there is some uncertainty, there is something of the past that may produce problems to your marriage. It's not a punishing card, but it says that for the total happiness that you're looking for, it's still a bit far away. So there may be some issues in your marriage which you'll have to clarify or try to deal with and improve it. Look at this card as a positive way that over these 15 days, first 15 days of February, you can improve yourself as the days go by from the 1st to the 15th. Now I'm going to tackle your job area for the last 13 days of February. And let's see what the card says. Oh, this is not a good card. It says that if you move away from your shelter, you will be in trouble. So in the area of job, I would say stick to the job you have. Work harder if you need to. Never mind if you don't get promotions or more money. Last 15 days, don't be too ambitious to look for new areas. Because once you move out of the shelter of your ongoing job, you're going to have difficulties. And this card also says that you can be let down and played out, and ultimately you will be very unhappy. So regarding your ongoing job, don't try to be too adventurous. Try to stay put to whatever you're trying to do. business-wise. All right, it's a card that says that you cannot fight the competition. It's simple as that. So wanting to look for new business areas, to fight for new business contracts, I won't say don't, but I would say don't be too expectant. And if you need to pump money into it to do all this, don't. Because the last 13 days say you're not going to get anywhere, you're not going to get anything tangible. It's all in the clouds. And so you might as well just stay on with your business that you're doing right now and plan for the expansion later on. So last 13 days, not very supportive for adventure in horoscopes. Adventure in business, that is, sorry. Now I'm going to talk to you about your romance. And the last 15 days says there's something deceptive happening. Now I don't want to get you to be suspicious of your romance, ongoing romance, but there's something you need to clear up, let me put it that way, with your ongoing romance partner. Or is it you trying to keep something secret away? Sometimes we hold back bad news not to upset our romance. But I would suggest that you bring this out into the open, because over these last 13 days of February, the more you hold on to the deception, the worse things are going to be. So try to be more open, find solutions, and work your way slowly in the romance area. Let's see what happens if you find a new romance in this last 13 days. Oh, it says you come with a lot of complications, and some of the complications are a financial entanglement. So a new romance coming to you would be in need of money or doing very badly in business or job or whatever. Well, I'm not going to sound so money-minded to say don't go to that person, everything is not about money, but be careful, you don't want to be entangled into somebody else's debts and somebody else's financial entanglements. We have to be practical. So not a very good card for you for new romance. Now let me pull a card for you for the marriage area and see what happens. A much better card. It's raining on this card, but a much better card. Only thing, the warning is don't be confrontative. You coming from Scorpio, and you definitely don't want to be too pushy. So take the soft approach, this card says, and you will see that your marriage can be good enough. Don't bring out anything that you feel can upset your marriage partner. Leave it for another day, another time, and try to keep the peace in a very pleasant way. I do worry about, main thing, I worry about something of a secretive nature, as I said earlier. So gently find out what may be troubling your marriage partner and gently try and resolve it. Now I'm going to go to speak to you very quickly about your health, to see what can be outstandingly troubled, and see if I can find it for you coming from Scorpio. Well, it's all about your stomach. It's a card that's labeled the moon. So it's all about your stomach, your large intestine, and your bowels. You may have some difficulty in the whole month of February in these three areas of the bowels, the stomach, and the large intestine. So if you feel that's the way it's going, go and see a good doctor. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages. So let's see what the card says for the month, whole month of February, what your lucky ages are going to be. Is that, looking at the planetary moves here, Kabbalistic cards have signs of planets and signs of zodiac signs, that's why I use them. I would say that regarding your lucky ages, those who are the ages of 17 or 26 or 35 or 44 or 53 or 62 or 71 are going to be very lucky in the whole month of February. Not in every area, but whether in job, could be in business, could be in some financial area, could be in romance, could be marriage. So some area or another, you're going to strike gold. So you are the chosen one to be very lucky in 1, 2 or 3 areas sometimes. If you are not of these ages, you will need to consult me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD 50. And I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years. We'll talk about that a bit more later. Now I want to talk to you about your lucky dates, D-A-T-E-S. Well, your lucky dates are going to be the 8th, the 17th, and the 26th, looking at this card. So bookmark the 8th, 17th, 26th, apply to betterment in your job, betterment in your business, to go chasing for the romance if you want, to go out with the people you love and have bonding and the beautifulness as well. Very important, these dates for you. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky colors. So let's see what the card says about your lucky colors. Alright, there are two colors here, turquoise and dark blue. I'm going to go for the dark blue. So try and wear plenty of dark blue undergarments, top garments, hold a dark blue handkerchief. Somehow contact dark blue for the month of February, and you're going to be extremely lucky in any area of your life or in some area in your life. Why colors are important is because all the 9 planets chosen to be active in Kabbalistic astrology, each of them has been given 1 or 2 colors to control. So when you wear a certain color, you open a channel of energy to that planet. Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be bad. Now let me talk to you about your lucky, where is it? Your lucky direction. Okay. So there are 9 planets placed around Earth, and your good direction, which I'll choose for you, is going to be west. So if you face west as much as you can, you are going to get the energy of certain planets in February that will produce good luck for you. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, and that's going to be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. And based on all that, I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years in all areas of your life, whether it be job, business, finances, romance, marriage, family, or even health in detail. So I'll give you your lucky lottery numbers on a personal basis based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And I'll talk to you about your lucky colors, lucky directions, lucky gemstones, lucky days, plenty of information so that you can be on top of this next 7, 8 or 9 years, which I'm going to predict for you, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. So I've given you my email address, contact me there. My Facebook account is Andy, A-N-D-I, .singh, S-I-N-G-H, .9, Andy.singh.9, and you will be able to find me on the Facebook. Until then, have a good month of February. Thank you and goodbye.